can I write off the car I buy for my business? You can write off part or all of the purchase price of a new car or truck for your business by taking a Section 179 deduction. This special deduction allows you to deduct up to the entire vehicle cost in the first year if you use it primarily for business purposes. How Section 179 deductions work. A Section 179 deduction is a special tax deduction businesses can take to reduce expenses. You can elect to take this deduction on the cost of certain types of business property, including business vehicles, instead of, or in addition to, recovering the cost by depreciating the property, spreading out the cost over several years. Most employees can no longer take a Section 179 deduction for a business vehicle. This deduction was part of Schedule A's miscellaneous deductions, which were suspended. A few categories of employees, including armed forces reservists, qualifying performing artists, state or local government officials, or employees with impairment-related work expenses, may still be able to take this deduction. How to qualify for Section 179 deductions. To qualify for a Section 179 deduction for a business vehicle, it must be bought and put into service during the year in which you are applying for the Section 179 deduction. Being placed in service means that a business asset is ready and available for specific use in a business or the production of income. In addition, the vehicle must be eligible property, including machinery, furniture, and fixtures. Land and leased property are not eligible. And, your company must buy the vehicle for business purposes. The most important qualification for Section 179 deduction purposes is business use. You can only take a Section 179 deduction for vehicles used more than 50% of the time for business purposes. The deduction is limited to the amount used and can't be taken for personal use. How Section 179 deductions and depreciation work. Section 179 deductions work like depreciation. The purpose of depreciation is to spread the expense and tax deductions of owning a business asset, such as a car or truck, over that asset's life. Normally, depreciation is deducted as an expense to the business over the life of the equipment or vehicle. However, a Section 179 deduction allows you to take more of the expense of the purchase in the first year. You may be able to combine a Section 179 deduction with depreciation on a vehicle in a specific tax year. For example, a Section 179 deduction can also be used with a depreciation method called bonus depreciation to save on taxes when you buy a business vehicle. But bonus depreciation allowances will be phased down beginning in 2023 and will be eliminated in 2026. Check with your tax professional for qualifications and limits on depreciation. What are the limitations of Section 179 deduction? There are two limits on the amount you can elect to deduct under Section 179. Number 1, dollar limits. The total amount you can take as Section 179 deductions for most property, including vehicles, placed in service in a specific year, can't be more than $1,080,000. In other words, all Section 179 deductions for all business property for a year can't be greater than $1,080,000 for the tax year. The dollar amount is adjusted each year for inflation. There is also a phase-out limit of $2,700,000. In addition to the general dollar limits, the maximum Section 179 expense deduction for sport utility vehicles placed in service in tax years, beginning in 2022, is $27,000. The IRS specifies that the vehicle must be a four-wheeled vehicle primarily designed or used to carry passengers over public streets, roads, or highways, that is rated at more than 6,000 pounds gross vehicle weight and not more than 14,000 pounds gross vehicle weight. Number 2, business income limit. After you apply the dollar limit, the total cost you can deduct each year, including Section 179 deductions, is limited to the taxable income from your business during that year. In other words, you can't use a Section 179 deduction to cause your business to have a loss. If you can't take all or part of a Section 179 deduction in one year, you can carry it over to the next year. The calculation for this limit is complicated and different for each business. See the instructions for IRS Publication 946 for more details. How to take the deduction. You or your tax preparer must complete IRS Form 4562 Depreciation and Amortization. Here are the key requirements and restrictions. Number 1, the vehicle must be new or new to you, meaning that you can buy a used vehicle if it is first used during the year you take the deduction. Number 2, the vehicle may not be used for transporting people or property for hire. Number 3, you can't deduct more than the cost of the vehicle as a business expense. Number 4, you must put the vehicle into service, use it in your business, by December 31st of the tax year. If you don't use it, you can't get the deduction, so make sure you can prove the vehicle was used in your business by the end of December in case of a tax audit. Number 5, you cannot deduct more than your annual net business income. Some states have restrictions and additional limits on Section 179 deductions. Check with your state's taxing authority for details. To write off your vehicle under your LLC name, you must first register your LLC. Follow the rest of the video to learn how to register a brand new LLC in under 5 minutes using InkFile. InkFile is one of the best companies out there to help you form your LLC. You can click on the link in the description to get access to this deal. InkFile is one of a kind as it offers a free package with services such as preparing and filing your articles of organization. Well, you still have to pay $237 for the state fees, which you would have to do anyway if you chose the DIY option. But looking at the bigger picture, all other companies will still charge their service fee on top of state filing fees. InkFile does not collect this fee. This plan already includes a free registered agent for your first year of subscription, and $119 annually moving forward if you decide to continue the service after the first year. InkFile's next packages are the Gold and Platinum packages, which both have package fees, already on top of the $237 state fee. Each package has its own set of services which are all worthy of the subscription you are paying for. The Gold package offers you the benefits of filing reports and taxes for your LLC. Every year, USA LLCs are required to file a state annual report. This report is essentially an information update of your file so that the state knows who is now in charge and how to contact your company. USA LLCs are also required to file state tax returns. To make matters even more complicated, your annual report and business privilege tax share a document and are due at the same time each year. With the InkFile's Gold package, you won't have to scribble notes of these reports because InkFile will handle the whole process for you. Your Platinum package also has these services in the bag with the unique addition of expedited filing, getting a domain name, and a business email which essentially increases your LLC's credibility. InkFile also has an exclusive partnership with Bank of America so you can easily open an eligible checking account for your business. Yes, it is a must for your LLC to have a business account. Remember, an LLC has limited liability, for it is a separate entity from its members. You may forfeit your liability protections if you combine your personal and business money, and this is where the term, piercing the corporate veil, comes into play. Piercing the corporate veil is an LLC jargon that refers to the court's action to hold you as the owner or member of an LLC, personally liable for the LLC's debts or actions. Now, if you have been sued by some lawyer who sees a crack in your LLC, they might resort to piercing the corporate veil in which you are in any position defeated. This is why opening a separate bank account for your LLC is so important. Do you like the level of detail I'm providing you in my review so far? If yes, then make sure to let me know by liking my video and hitting that subscribe button for more high-quality business content.